This is Jack Thomas with the Web Insurance Network, or WIN Group. If you're looking to invest in the most powerful drip marketing system for your business, contact us at 513-662-7000. In today's lesson, we're going to discuss date sequences. I'm going to share with you how to add a date sequence to your drip marketing campaigns. Now, what is a date sequence drip campaign, and where can it apply to your business? Date sequences are useful for campaigns that need some type of anniversary date, such as a holiday or a birthday or an expiration date, or simply something that you want to follow up with prospects or clients on an annual or quarterly basis or semi-annual basis. So the date sequence is very similar to the step sequence. Let's go ahead and begin to add a date sequence. So we're going to click on Add Date Sequence. And we're going to provide a name, public name, and a public description. I'm going to go ahead and place the video on pause while I input that information. Okay, so I've inputted the name of the campaign into our system, and so the very next step that we're going to take is we're going to add our first email to the system. So we're going to click on Add Email, and you're going to notice that this looks a little bit different compared to the other campaigns that we've developed. So this is going to provide a specific date and a specific type of event. Now, I've just noticed that we have forgot to upload in our admin section an event tab for renewals. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to do that right now, since I've forgotten to do that. So let's go ahead and save the sequence. So we've got that saved, and now we're going to go ahead and click on the admin section. Go ahead and place the video on hold. It looks like our internet connection is very slow. Okay, our internet has decided to become functional again, and now we are in the admin section. So I clicked right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on Field Editor. So we're going to click right here, and you're going to notice that you can have custom fields in your drip system. So now at this time, we're going to need to add a custom field for our drip system, because we have to basically put a renewal field form into our system. So we're going to click on Add a New Field. Once again, we're going to wait for the internet connection here. So I'm going to place the video on pause. Okay, and we're going to scroll down to the bottom of the page here, and you're going to notice that the field needs to have a name. So we're going to call this renewal date. And we're going to notice that we have a drop down so that we can place what this field form is, what its purpose is, whether it's text, long text, a drop box, checkbox, list selection, numeric, currency, date, state, country, funnel, etc. So this is going to be a date. So we're going to click on date, and then we're going to click the green arrow button, and that's going to save that selection. And so now we have a field form that we're going to be able to utilize now in our date sequence. So we're going to go ahead and return to the autopilot, and then we're going to hit the edit button on our date sequence campaign. We're going to click on this particular email that we had begun to formulate, and now you're going to notice that we have a renewal date. So this is where we're going to go ahead and click on that. And in this particular campaign that we've developed for this client, this is a life insurance campaign that we want to have run essentially every 4 months to encourage customers and prospects to consider life insurance. And so what you're going to notice is we can choose a specific date, and then we also have advanced tabs. And then you're going to notice for something that you want to run each and every year, you're going to want to click on this box, execute this step every year. Now, for this particular campaign, for this is a life insurance campaign, we want this to run approximately 6 months after the last step that we had taken. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose 6 months, and then we're going to want this to be sent in the morning, this particular step. So what's going to happen is this particular email that's going to be sent out is going to go out 6 months after it has been sent, initiated on the prospect side. So, and we'll get into that in a little bit more details in a future video. But let's go ahead for right now, go ahead and input the information into this system. So we're going to go ahead and copy this specific campaign. And as you recall from a previous video, to do that, when we're using Microsoft Word, we need to click on this little icon right here, paste from Word. And we go ahead and paste that in there, and you see it there, and you're going to hit the OK button. And then what it's going to do, it's going to embed this information in your editor. Now, the reason why we do this is because Microsoft Word embeds within its documents codes that may not necessarily work with the Office Autopilot and can cause some trouble. So it's recommended that you always do that and not simply copy and paste directly into the editor. So let's go ahead and make a few adjustments here. And if you also recall, we can personalize this contact by coming down to the bottom of the editor, and you'll notice we can add the first name, then we can click Insert Merge Field. So when this email goes out, it's going to say hello, the first name of the prospect. So if the prospect's name is Joe, it's going to say hello, Joe. So it's going to personalize it. And then what we're going to need to do is make some simple adjustments here. And then we're going to change the type of font. My preference is Arial, either size 14 or 16. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a few highlights on here. So we'll select that, come over here, click on the highlighter, highlight this text as well. And you can highlight this in a number of different types of highlight colors. Okay. And then the very next step that we're going to take is we're going to copy, click on the copy button here, copy from HTML. And what that's going to do, this is an HTML type of email platform, but what if the email recipient doesn't use HTML? Well, you want that to be able to convert correctly, and that's why it's important to make sure that you also copy your HTML email into this section for a plain text version. So that's very important. Okay, now the next step that we're going to take is we're going to need to identify who this email is coming from, and you can do either the contact owner of Office Autopilot or you can specify it. So in this instance, we're going to go ahead and specify this. We're going to copy the agency owner's name, and we're going to go ahead and type in their email address. Okay, very good. And then, as always, we want to make sure that we're going to save the steps. So we're going to click Save, and it's going to bring up its spam analysis software, and for some reason it doesn't like this, and I think I know what the reason is. So let's cancel. And the reason why it doesn't like my emails is because I forgot to put a subject line in. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to put the video on pause for just a moment, and I'm going to type in a subject line. Okay, resuming the video. Now, what I've done is I forgot to put a subject line in, and so that's why it gave us a bad spam score. So I went ahead and typed in a subject line, and now we're going to go ahead and save it and see if it likes this a little bit better. So we're going to save that step, and it does. You're going to save the step, and then let's scroll up a little bit. And then what you're going to notice in this first campaign here, this first email campaign, you're going to notice that it states that it's going to occur 6 months after the contact's renewal date. And we're going to get into a overview video a little bit later that's going to show you step by step on what this means and what you need to do to basically make this flow in a very sequential and a very organized way. So, but you'll notice that it does show that this is going to occur 6 months after the contact's renewal date, and we'll get into that in another overview video. So the final step that we're going to take is save the sequence. Now we've done that, and we've started a date sequence drip system campaign. And again, the date sequence is different from the step sequence, and we'll have another video that explains the differences in the two and how to use this in your drip campaigns. But if you are not yet a customer or a client of Web Insurance Network or the Web Insurance or the Win Group, make sure to call us at 513-662-7000. This system truly is the most powerful system that you will find on the market for businesses because of the functionality and the ease of use and the fact that we offer done-for-you systems. So the done-for-you system basically means that we produce all of your content. We get your system all set up in advance so that you do not have to take all these steps. It's a very powerful system, very powerful service that we offer. And if you're interested, call us at 513-662-7000.